Got them. Hello, everyone. This is our Q2 of the Krew Podcast. The season is elevation. And the topic we're going to discuss today is should tipping be mandatory? Dine in and or carry out. We are here we're missing one of the panel members. Janine is not able to be with us today, but we have Monica, we have Jana, and we have Barb behind the scenes, Camp Girl 70s. The theme today, you all, is 70s. We have a special guest with us. Look, I'm not gonna give her government name. This is EC Gracie from Facebook that is joining us for the party. The signature cocktail today is made by my Ninja Slushie, and it is the watermelon Paloma with the Dr. Pinky kick. So y'all know what that means. So we're going to kick off with the shots, and this is to a successful podcast, conversation to elevation, and to a good 2025 and beyond. Cheers. Down the hatch. Okay, so like I said, our subject is should tipping be mandatory dine-in and takeout. So I'm going to start. So first of all, I'll give you a little bit of background. We came up with this idea. Can everybody be seen? Can we be heard? Let us know, you all. Oh, so Jenna, can you push out a little bit so everybody can see? There you go. Now, what's the difference? Because
Can't see money at all.
so then, can you switch over here? Yeah. Sorry, you all. We just want to make sure you can see everybody. We know you can hear. We got a microphone. You all need to pass the mic. And in tune with the 70s theme, we got the Connect 4 going on in the middle of the table. Even though that's not 70s, it's old school enough for us.
Exactly.
Okay. I just want to touch on the things you see happening is because I didn't want a lot of structure. I don't want a lot of structure because we're live. I want us to be honest, real, and all of that. So it's going to continue to be like this. I love the ability to be able to have the podcast in different areas, different places. We were supposed to be outside, but this weather is weathering not in our favor. So I said we were just going to keep it in here just to be safe. So hopefully for our Q2 podcast in September, we'll be able to be on Barb's deck.
Hi, Antoine
Yes.
Bailey.
Hey, Bailey. So I want to start by saying this. We decided on this conversation because there was a huge deal in Evanston with business downtown Evanston that followed a guy outside about a tip, and it was a big thing. It was protests. It was a bunch of little things. So I thought it would be a nice subject to talk about because we are foodies. We food a lot, and tipping is always a part of it. I want to tell you a quick story. So back in what was it, 2018 or 2019? I don't know how I got into it, but I started not only leaving a regular tip on the bill, but I started buying thank you cards for the waiters and waitresses and servers, whatever you want to call them. And I would buy a card, put a note in the card, sign my name and everybody who was at the table, and put extra money in the card. What's up? Oh, okay. And put extra money in the cards. And so it just like kind of developed. And this was before the pandemic. I don't know what came over me, and my sister-in-law, Mari, was the first person with me that experienced the response from the waiter. I don't remember if it was a woman or man, but their response was, it was crazy. Like, it was like you would have thought like we gave them a card, like the way they were acting. And so I just said, you know what, I'm just going to continue, because I was doing it for the holiday season. That's what it was. It was a challenge that I saw on social media. And I was like, you know what, because of the way it impacted people, I was like, I'm going to continue this. So I bought a bunch of cards, and every time we went out, I had cards and writing little notes and stuff. And even when Bonefish was in Stokey, there was this one guy that was working at the bar, and I did it for him. And so the next time I came in, he was like, Kelda, hey, I got your card up there on the bar. How you doing? And he remembered me because of that card. So I like to tip big if I can. If I can't, I don't, but I do like to tip big. And so when the pandemic hit, fast forward, I started tipping when we normally don't tip. So if I went to a place and picked something up, even though it wasn't much done, I would still tip. When you came, if you dropped something off my door, I tipped. I was tipping the FedEx guy, the Amazon people, like I was tipping everybody because it was that time when people were struggling and all that. So now, fast forward to where we are now, it feels like people are still expecting the tips in all situations, shapes, forms, and colors. So I just think this was a good conversation. And where do you all want to start with it? Like, who wants to start? What do you want to say? Like, so for me, it kind of does depend on the situation, just a little bit. If I'm dining in, definitely a tip, definitely, no question. Takeout, I think it just kind of depends on the situation for me. But I do like the tip if I can, even if it is takeout. So, thoughts, comments, questions? I see Barb has something to say.
Well, for me, I don't think it's mandatory, but I will say for myself, I am a tipper. But so in any situation, I think I will tip if I'm sitting down eating at the table. Carry out, no, you get nothing from me. I'm sorry. Tip me because I came and drove and did all the work. But with that, I still think it's not mandatory because it's situational. You don't know what that person at that table is going through. And it might be their last $5 to buy themselves a meal. I can bring up a situation with myself where my kids and I sat down to eat. We were at Giordano's Pizza, so I don't know if I could say that, but I just said that. And so so we were sitting there and this was in Des Plaines, and ate everything, and I'm looking in my wallet and I have no tip for the girl. And I felt so bad. And I just told her, you know what? I am sorry. I have no tip, but I'll be back tomorrow with your tip.
Okay.
And I came back tomorrow the next day, gave her tip, and she was just amazed. She was like, oh my God.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe you did this. Thank you so very much, And all I did was give her a tip. It wasn't like I gave her $100. I just gave her tip.
Yeah.
So I do know they appreciate it.
Yeah, little tips.
But
tipping goes a lot. It really does go a long
yeah.
way.
So I do know they appreciate it, but still I can't say it should be mandatory. I can't come to that.
I don't think it should be mandatory either. So I didn't state that. I don't think it should be mandatory because some people, when they do include the tip as because certain restaurants, your certain group number, or some restaurants are clowning and just including it, period.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so when these waitresses and waiters and shit know that, they're like, oh, well, they don't have to be nice and shit because they know the tip is going to be there. And that's trash. So I want to be treated nice, but I also am going to treat you nice. And just because you're getting a tip doesn't mean you can just do what the hell you want and act the way you want and it's okay. So yeah, I don't feel it's mandatory.
I agree. I mean, most of us grew up in the 70s.
Hi, Revolta.
Right? So when my mother,
son, that's my godson.
My mother would take us out every weekend. We go someplace new. We go to a different restaurant every Saturday. Okay. And her money was limited as a single parent, but she taught us that when you get great service, you tip. The service is not good. Number one, you complain, and number two, you do not tip.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to tip for anybody who's nasty, unattentive. If I'm sending my food back 3-4 times, that tells me you didn't listen to what I said, and you don't care about it either. But like Kelda said, when I go into a place, and Barbara, if I've placed my order online and I'm just picking it up, I'm not giving a tip. And I shouldn't say how dare you, but I feel like, how dare you put on the register tip?
Yeah.
I mean, would you like to leave a tip? And they start off with the highest of percentage, but you didn't do any work.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not going to tip you because I'm picking up. and I placed my order online. No one asked me how much, would I like anything else. I chose everything myself, and I paid myself. So I don't want to. That whole thing that went on in Evanston, how dare that man?
Yeah.
Because he's one of that guy, the young man was one of his frequent patrons.
Yes, he was.
And he tipped. It doesn't matter the amount he tipped.
Yeah.
He tipped what he had available.
Yeah.
And that's it. To chase him down, me as that parent.
It's the look. It's nothing else. It's the look.
You know, if anyone that grew up in the 70s and 80s with parents that didn't play, you already know what that look means.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not having it at all. And he was so calm. My son might have hit that man.
Yeah.
And as calm as he
I might have
is,
hit
he
that
would
man.
you
Well,
know,
I
that,
ain't no Mike.
it's so ridiculous. I mean, it's
It's just
ridiculous.
bad.
And then we have a couple
It was
of restaurants
crazy.
like that in Evanston
Yeah, it was
that
crazy.
treat people of color with really nasty attitudes, regardless of how much you spend there, regardless of how much you tip. You still treat it the same way. And it
So do you think he lost business because of that?
absolutely
1,000%. 1,000%.
And everyone
So
robbed.
I'm gonna keep it at 100. Their ramen wasn't the best to me anyway. So I've gone a couple times when I just really wanted ramen. I wasn't really feeling it.
Do you remember when we were like all ramen all the time?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
the hierarchy was.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
on the top of the food chain. So for me, it was easy to say, "Oh, this is what we doing." You'll never see me again. You know, like if I get desperate, if all the other ramen places closed around here and all that stuff, I'll go over to Logan Square,
Milwaukee Avenue.
boom, and go to Furious Spoon, or I'll go to Boys Town and go to Furious Spoon. I'll never go there again. And I mean, they protested. People protested right in front of the restaurant.
Mhm.
So yes, he lost business.
But as progressive
For $3,
as it is,
because I mean, how much was the tip gonna be?
His bill was only like 18, 19, something.
$17 and he
Yeah.
gave 20.
Yes.
So it shouldn't really matter
Right.
what he gave,
Yeah.
he did get.
Right.
Wait. So I'm sorry, because you know I'm not from the town, so I don't hear it all the time. You mean to tell me he gave $20
Yes.
from a $17
Yeah.
bill,
Yeah.
$18.
and that man wanted more?
Yes. Absolutely. The owner.
It was the owner.
He was the owner. And as progressive as Evanston is, I would think nobody would be going there.
Yeah.
And the fact that he still has patrons tells me all I need to know
Yes.
about the town that we grew up in.
Yes.
Now,
It's not as progressive as we think it
this
is.
is a college town, though. and
Yes.
people may not
Yeah,
know.
well, it is a college town, but I think
But
most of the
I
people
digress.
going there are not college students.
Yeah.
And where were all the
Well, so
people,
that's the
you know,
thing.
that want us to come down here for the No Kings Day?
Yeah. But that's the
Protest.
thing. They're catering to the college
Mhm.
town idea.
Yes.
Right.
And that's a problem because, like, we moved here when I was 5 from the city. So I've been here pretty much all my life, except when I lived in Wisconsin, when I lived in Georgia. So, yeah, it's a college town, but those kids are here 4 years if they stay and graduate.
Oh, yeah.
And it's temporary. You know what I'm saying? And granted, the goddamn tuition is high as shit, so it is revenue. But the people that are
Not
here,
city. That's a different
Right.
type.
it is, girl. It is.
Exactly.
Don't get me
Because I'd like
started.
to see who the patrons are. that are going in there. It may
You know,
not
Evanston
necessarily be-
itself
Yeah.
is not
Tricky. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And what
you
I
know,
commended
it's
me is
changed.
that the young man, he was a young man. He was
And he
around
stayed
our children's age and he
calm.
stayed calm.
He did.
Because
He
I don't
didn't
know
go
if my girls,
crazy.
especially my oldest,
Yeah,
she's
no.
she's special.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
she would have snapped.
yeah.
Well,
This definitely-
I'm gonna go off of what Jana said about her oldest being special, because I'm just as special, and I would have snapped too.
Me too.
Right. And it would have been.
I would have snapped too.
I would have lost it.
Yeah.
I would have blanked out.
Yeah.
And
And lost
okay,
it.
I'm gonna see
Exactly.
Gracie down in
That's
lockup.
right. That's right.
Okay,
Right.
I'm gonna see Gracie, Amanda, and all my people. Mario.
Yeah.
down
How
in
can you
lockup.
be
I'm
at
gonna whoop
fault?
their ass.
How can you be at fault when he chased you?
Absolutely.
You felt like you were in danger,
Look,
and you were
I
protecting
felt
yourself.
threatened. I needed
Yes.
to defend myself.
That's
Yeah.
right. Because he came close
That's
to
it.
me and he was.
Because I mean, he was in his face and everything.
Yes.
I mean, the video was all over. So
Yeah.
it made the local news.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, it made ABC
It
news.
actually made a little bit of money.
It
Yeah,
made
yeah.
national.
Did it?
little
Little
bit.
bit,
It was
yeah.
a little blip, but the blip
But
was
the
there.
point is, it was there.
Wow.
You know, I think Evanston doesn't do, and I'm getting a little off subject, but
Well,
Evanston
you know how
doesn't,
we do.
they don't do a good enough, I don't think they're doing us a service, number one. Because all of us that grew up here, or Sin and I grew up here, whatever, remember what downtown Evanston is.
Oh my God.
For us,
Oh
for
my
everybody.
God. Oh my God.
You had a variety of
That's
food,
our
a
neighbor.
variety of stores, a
That's
variety of everything.
Listen.
I don't want to see another bubble tea. I don't want to see another coffee place. I don't want to see
Yeah.
another ramen restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need them to refigure this out
Yeah.
and make it to where Evanston is. We want everyone that lives here wants to be down there.
Yeah.
Okay, not just Northwestern students who
Yeah.
you're bringing over here with their whole families, and you're catering to. We're catering to a demographic that doesn't live,
Yeah. That part.
Irvin,
doesn't pay taxes here because Northwestern
Yeah,
pays no
Irvin
taxes.
Irvin says he's a big tipper.
You know, for me,
Okay, wait,
I
wait,
mean-
wait.
Irvin says he's a big tipper, but it only depends on the service and their
Absolutely.
attitude.
My
Yeah.
cousin. Yeah, I think.
And then Gail
Urban Cat.
Bead Creations is watching. So hello, Gail.
hey,
Hey, that's my auntie. Hey, my family is on. Hey, thank
Yay.
y'all for supporting. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, you know. Well, go ahead.
It's market research, and what they do is that, as all y'all know, before they bring people or business in here, they see the demographics, what age, who your target audience is, who you're trying to get to, and I don't know if I don't want to say unfortunately, but fortunately, bubble tea, ramen will make the money because you have
And
in
coffee
that
shops.
moment and coffee shops
Yes.
because you have that demographic.
Yeah.
You have that age. Now,
Millennials.
yes,
Because I can't understand a bubble in my tea.
absolutely.
I'm sorry.
I don't like the boba.
Even though we
I
have the
love it.
boba
Boba is my
fries.
I don't like the boba.
I love boba,
What is it,
but
boba?
okay, I
What
get
is the
that,
boba?
but how many do we need?
There's like
We
no
don't
listening
need-
chain.
But how
Right,
many? But
we
how many
don't need
clothes?
that many.
But how many clothes open back up? Remember what Subway
That's
was?
true.
How many places have closed?
Wait, they're opening up another ramen right next to that.
Oh well, see.
We don't need it. You wonder why? Because when I was working downtown Evanston, I frequented all those places, and not every time I go in there, they're never busy. So tell me how much we need then.
yeah,
So who's the best one? Do you say? What's the one on Chicago Avenue? Can we say that?
Can we say that?
yeah. I
What?
What's the one on Chicago? Joy. Joy.
Oh no! Don't say it. Don't.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Is that the one across the street from the old Giordano's?
Yes,
Is that
that's
Joy?
Joy.
Yeah, I don't like you.
That's the nickname for my daughter.
But
There you go. So do you still go to
Happy
the
Lemon.
one?
I go to Happy Lemon and
Oh,
I go
yeah,
Happy Lemon is my favorite, yes. But I go to the one right on Sherman across from the Rotary Building.
Oh,
They have a brown
That one,
sugar
is it good?
milk
There
tea.
you go.
Oh,
you
bubble
guys-
tea that is amazing.
Are you guys able to see
Back
each other? Are you able to see on camera?
Who? Yeah, I see.
I just have a message here that says bring them on camera. So I don't
Bring
What?
who?
That's not us.
It's who?
That's
Can't see.
everybody.
It doesn't say.
Oh, you know what? So on Facebook, you can bring people on camera as they comment. And stuff.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Sorry for not
I
knowing
mean,
y'all.
So it sounds like we all agree that it shouldn't be mandatory. It should
No.
be about service,
Absolutely.
situation, and
Yes.
all of that. Okay.
I mean, it's the same with hairdressers, right?
It
I mean,
is the
well,
same with
I
everybody
always
with
tip my
tips.
hairdresser. Nah, nobody messing up my hair.
It's-
But I feel like with hairdressers, it's mandatory unless they've messed up your hair. Then I'm not paying at all. You buck the tip.
Why is it
We're talking about you ain't
mandatory?
getting no. You know why? Because they are masters.
Okay, so this is different. This is different. Okay,
Right.
so let's get into it.
So I feel like this
Because
is
we were
their
thinking
craft.
food,
right?
but tipping can be for a lot
Right.
of different shit. So let's
Right.
get into it.
Like a hairdresser, that's their craft, right?
Okay.
It may take them 3-4 hours. The style you want might be magic shop material, right? Not you. I just mean in general, right? You know, people walk in, they want fucking magic. So a hairdresser, that's their time, their craft. They perfected it. Because if you could do it, you do it at home. I think they always deserve a tip. Like I said, unless they messed up your hair, then they don't get paid. They don't get no damn tip. But
So wait, let me play devil's advocate.
okay,
So why do they always deserve a tip, but servers don't?
Because first of all, that server didn't prepare shit for me. Second of all, that server is bringing me something and showing me attentiveness, right? And they're listening to me. If they're not listening, they come to me with a nasty attitude. Even if my damn hairdresser had a nasty attitude, I'll get my ass up and get dope.
Okay.
But
and I'm just being devil's
they're
advocate.
I know they're setting aside a time. Their service is something that I can't do myself. I can always never go to another damn restaurant and cook my own damn food, right? That server's not cooking my food, but they are presenting something to me. That's like the server coming over to you, like, you're just as nice as pie, right? They come over to you with that goddamn food.
So
They know,
so that's
you know, that's a no fucking tip, right?
That's a no
But
tip.
that server that comes over to you is like, here you are. Does everything look okay?
Right. Be
Do you
careful.
need
the plate
anything
is
else?
hot and all
Right.
that, yeah.
They're always going to get a tip.
Yeah.
They're always going to get a tip. But, you know, like I said, hairdressers, your barber,
nail
tech.
your nail tech. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
yes. Because sometimes, you know, you get a nail
Rough.
tech and you be like,
But listen,
oh,
I mean,
Jenny,
that's
you call them when you
one-
get home. My nail is kind of messed up that you just did. Can I come back tomorrow? She goes,
Yes.
And you-
right.
Absolutely, yeah. But you don't tip that.
okay, so I got a rebuttal for that.
Yes.
So I go, I'm not gonna say where I go because I go there all the time and I'm okay with my pedicures, but it's this one MF that does pedicures. It's a man. And so yeah, a little bit of that. Now that you say a little bit of that. But everything that's going on around in the damn shop, he's looking up, and every time the bell rings or somebody walks in, he's looking up, and I'm like, how the fuck are you concentrating on my feet when you looking up and everything else, paying attention to everything else? And I actually complained about him once, and I never got him again until a couple weeks ago. I was like, shit. And it was the same shit, different day, and I wasn't 100% satisfied. So it's not that he didn't do a bad job, but he didn't do the job that I'm used to getting because I haven't been getting him. So does he deserve a tip?
No, he does not. He didn't do the job that you're used to getting, that you're used to paying your money for.
But he did his best.
No, but did he really do his best, or he did enough to get her out of his damn chair? Because doing your best means taking your time, paying attention, and being attentive to your customer.
Okay,
your
so
client.
then let's flip it to the hairstylist. What would make you not give a hair? That's the question. What would make you not give a hairstylist a hairdresser a tip?
Going
Not
to the
that you
shop.
fucked up your hair.
Right.
'Cause that's
Going-
a given.
okay, right.
That's a given.
Going to the shop. My appointment's at 11, and this bitch is on the phone talking, and they're gossiping, and I don't get seen till 2 o'clock.
Oh.
But
hold on.
I'm still gonna sit there
You know
because
that's what they
most of the time I've already given a fucking deposit, right? So I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna get in your chair and I'm gonna do that. But if I was giving you a $20 tip, I guarantee you're not getting a $20 tip. You might get a $5 tip.
Okay.
But you'll get something only because it's
Because
still
you
your
took the
time and you
time.
did the
Yes,
service.
yes.
But number one, if I'm 10 minutes late, you're not gonna fucking see me. So how dare you make me wait 2 hours or an hour and you're not doing shit? Manage your time properly, be professional, because I guarantee you if I go to someone else's place, they're gonna be professional. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They're gonna be professional. So I need them to be professional. If I tell you I'm showing up at 10 o'clock to do your face, I want to be there at 10 o'clock or a little before 10 o'clock. You have something to do, just like I got something to do. I might have another client. I mean, come.
No, absolutely. And like, so let's say, I don't know. Like you're
Let's say I don't know.
Yeah. But no, let's say you're going to a shop and they hold you for them 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
There better be, I mean, the biggest of things happening. Something might have blown up in the back of the shop.
Right.
And didn't.
And in that case, it's like, guess what? No, you're getting that 10%.
And unfortunately,
Right,
in so many
Because
instances,
I
that's
can't
the culture.
live like
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
Right.
I have been so blessed
Mm-hmm.
to be in a position where I ain't never had to wait on nobody to be doing my hair.
You better knock on wood right now.
Should we
No,
call
no,
it?
no,
You
because
Because some of these shops.
yeah, and that's the thing. thing. Like the lady
It's
that
an
does
all
my
day
locks.
thing, and people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in there all day." Absolutely not. That's not okay.
I want y'all to see these
You getting
roots
it
right
redone?
now. I just got it done Wednesday,
Mhm.
and no, this is great
It's
because you can see my scalp.
She said, "Is it?"
She's,
Yeah.
so wait a minute.
With locks, okay. So
But
it's a whole,
I've seen you with the twist and the style where you can really see your scalp.
yeah. No,
So
that's a whole different thing.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
if
'cause
there's
I don't know locks. I don't know
If
locks.
there's a
Okay.
twist in the style involved, I probably yeah. 'Cause, yeah,
Okay,
no.
so you got stuff going on next week. Are you gonna do a twist and style?
Of course I am.
Okay.
Monday.
So we gonna keep pictures. Okay.
Coming.
All right.
But you know, I had to get my hair done a few days ago, and you know, like my lady, she has rheumatoid arthritis. She still gets my hair done in 2 hours, almost flat. 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Rheumatoid, but with rheumatoid,
Wow.
Grace, you need to be beat up for having her do that.
This is her income. This is her living. This is what she does.
She probably medicates herself really well.
Yeah.
I mean, that rheumatoid is like 1,000 times worse than regular.
Yes, it is.
So it's
So
like,
it's just like I'm running tip on tip on tip.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
guess what? She got my hair done quickly.
Mhm.
It's well,
Mhm.
and you know, and she did it with a smile.
Right.
And I know she's hurting.
Right.
And
Exactly.
especially like, you know, I have to go after work during the week. So I'm her last
she's up
person.
late. Yeah.
Client of the day.
so
And
she
she's
does.
up there just-
She deserves a tip on just GP.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
even
contribute to the
if she
fund.
gave me 2% worthy, guess what? She's still getting that 20 no matter.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
But that is, you know, my one case. If I'm sitting in somebody's shop,
For 2 hours, I'm with you. I'm not.
no. If I'm sitting in somebody's shop for longer than 2 hours, I'm gonna have a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, you know, a lot of these locticians, the micro locticians, I should say, not the regular locticians. Y'all do what you do, but the micro locticians sometimes it takes them longer. And you know,
Well, shit, it's
I got
micro is
100
the key
something
word.
locks in my head.
Yeah.
It takes a minute.
Right.
So, you know, I know that, and you're ready for it, but at the same time, there's always that tipping point.
Yeah.
Right.
And once that tipping point has been tipped, it's like,
I mean,
Right.
you're not to get on the damn phone unless it's an emergency.
Okay.
please.
Okay. It's a damn an emergency.
Yeah. Now, the thing about these young
Or
people, they
don't schedule me at 12 and you want to eat your lunch at 12.
Right at 12. Yes. Yeah.
I would have.
Because
That would
okay,
make me
so
walk
wait till
out.
I'm under the drive. In that part.
Right.
So in that respect, you can schedule me at 12 if you got a shampoo girl and all these other girls that are going to get me to the point where I'm in your chair. So
Right.
that's
Quarter to
to me
one.
that's a half an hour,
Yes.
quarter to one. I'm in your chair and you're ready. But if I'm not in your chair and ready at a quarter to one, then your tip is looking a little sketchy.
Don't schedule me and eat in front of my face. I don't care what. I don't care, shampoo girl, condition girl, whatever.
I'm not letting
Take
nobody-
yourself to the kitchen and eat. I'm just as hungry as you are.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying.
what-
But
yeah.
I don't want you to take a break from my shit.
Well,
Exactly.
I don't
don't have a
understand.
problem.
Exactly.
I gotta get my deep conditioned laid.
Yeah.
You got
Well,
my
she
You
cat
know,
don't-
on.
if I got
And I'm
stuff I got to
sitting
get
down.
before I get to you,
Yeah.
Right.
I'm okay.
Right.
I'm
Right.
okay.
Right.
But once I'm done with all these little extra things and it's time for me to
And you
be
need
at
to be
you
ready.
and you're not ready,
Yeah.
So everything you've
That's
mentioned,
what it's
everything you've mentioned to me sounds like a break,
Right.
not lunch.
Right.
Because if you're doing my hair, maximum I'm under that dryer 10-15 minutes. I need you to come get me when it goes beep, buzz, whatever.
So what other services? We got food, so we got
At the
restaurants.
airport with your bags. The
Ooh,
sky cap.
good one, good one.
My mom always gives a tip because she wants her bags handled well.
That's right. Okay, so let me tell you, experience. So we're going. Me, Richie, and Clifton are going to New York. My mother-in-law passed away. We're going to New York, and I know when you get on planes, so you should have cash, like
Yes, you
have
should.
cash,
Yep.
have cash,
Yes.
because you're going to encounter people. Have cash.
Yes.
I'm telling y'all, have cash. If you don't know, have cash. So I had tipped a couple of folks, and I ran out of cash. Okay. So I can't remember. I know I didn't take my bag. So at one point, my bag was taped, and somebody did it, and I was like, "Whew, thank you." But a couple of people I couldn't tip because I was out of cash. And I tell you, my bag was fucked when I got it, and thank God. And so I kind of feel like it was a bottle missing from my bag. I kind of think it was. I kind of think it was. And again, this was in 2016, so this was pre-pandemic. So if people, and so no, it shouldn't be mandatory because even back then, people expect a certain level of tipping. So it shouldn't be mandatory, but if people are handling your bags and doing all these things, so you could just go straight to the goddamn plane and go through the ridiculous TSA shit. They deserve a few dollars. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have to take that shit to the people and then go through this and they weigh all these things.
Any kind of way.
Yeah,
and they do.
And they will. They will. But it's so it's twofold. So no, it shouldn't be mandatory. You shouldn't expect it. But if you're nice to me, you're handling my bags. It's a positive situation. I'm a breach
I'm still got to go on. You don't know the person's situation because I have gone to places and have not had that extra $5-10 in my pocket. I promise you. Felt bad about it, but thank you for giving me the service. That is your job.
Absolutely.
Okay, so in those situations, have you said anything to address it? Or you just kind of was like,
I've probably said something like, I'm sorry, I can't tip you. I just don't have it. I don't have the cash or whatever. Or, as I said, I've never had negative. I tell you, I've never had that man chase me down the street. Because
people
that.
Want to hear something.
Yeah.
Like if you just say something, you acknowledge it. They're gonna be cool.
Yeah.
And sometimes tell the manager. I've given because I've worked
give
a good review. They were
absolutely
or get
money.
I've
done that. Yes.
Still,
but however,
yes.
Yeah.
And I speak to your manager. Then they go, oh, no.
Right, but no, I'm about to give you the kudos.
Yes.
You look great.
Absolutely.
I can't do it monetarily, but I can do it verbally.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I don't know anybody that's gonna turn down some verbal.
Right.
Yes.
No.
Absolutely.
Because that stuff adds up and it's supposed to. Okay, this is the HR Kelda talking.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to go in the file that these people are saying these good things about this person.
Yes.
So when raise time comes,
That part.
Yes.
That part.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's your tip. It's a raise.
Yes.
So yes.
Winning.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Jada's birthday, when we stayed at at Hampton, this girl, I can't remember why I called the front desk. I don't know what I need. I don't remember what I need. It's been too long. Shit, it's almost been a year. It's been some beverages. I'd like a little bit more beverage if you can help me, Barb.
Beverage bar.
Oh, I don't know if she wants to go on camera. But so what happened?
Nothing.
Nobody said anything.
Look, Monica's like,
Wait.
because I don't think she
Thank
wants to
you.
go on camera.
We have a couple
So
more.
I'm very good. So what happened was a girl. We were at the hotel. So it's turned into a thing for my sugar booger, my love, my Jada. It's turned into a thing where the past 3 years now has it been. We go to a hotel. We just do things. So me and Jada definitely go swimming. And then we kind of. That's okay. Just because there's too much liquor in there. That's all right. And so we go to a hotel, we do things, and so we definitely go to the pool, whatever. I can't remember why I had this girl come to the room. I called the front desk. And so I have this Aurora Borealis. Hey, I said it right. Yes. I have a light. And I had it going for waiting for Jay, and I had it going on the ceiling. So the girls came to the door, And I opened the door, and she was like, "Oh my God, that's so pretty." You know, that was the first thing she saw, and she said. And I was like, "Yeah, that's my grandson." And, you know, I love lights. Like, I'm a light person, like color, all that stuff. And I said, you know, I'm waiting for him to come. And so she was like, "Oh my God, it's so pretty." I was like, "Girl, Amazon, my favorite store. You know, that's where I got it, blah, blah, blah." It was something about her and all this stuff. And I was like, "I want to tip you. I want to give you a couple dollars, but I don't have any cash." And I was like, "Can I Zelle you? Can I Zelle you?" And she was like, "Oh." And she looked at me a little strange, and I was like, "Look, either I Zelle you or I don't give you anything, but I do want to acknowledge that you've been really," because and it might have been her second time coming to me. And so she gave me her number, and this is her personal number. She gave me her number, and I Zelled her. And she was just like, "Oh my God." And so the next day we were checking out, and that's when she said, "Hi, Miss Harris, honey, how are you doing?" And blah. And so again, it's the little things, and if people are giving you a good service, they're doing their job. Whether it's hair care and restaurants, it's airports,
Yeah.
hotels.
They should be celebrated for it.
They
Absolutely.
should. They should.
Like
They
here
should.
in this country, especially, you know, you run the gamut. Good to bad, great to not.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just like, you know what? No, I got some great service here. I'm gonna shop this from the rooftops because your boss needs to know.
Yes.
The other people around us need
Yes.
to know, and you need to know that you did good,
Yes.
Right.
so
And
that you can
means
keep
a
doing
lot.
good.
Yes.
That's my
Yeah,
favorite.
okay.
I like to get people's names. So not only do you get a tip, but if there's a website, y'all got a Yelp.
Exactly.
I'm gonna
yes.
shout out
Yelp, Google,
that
all
name,
that
all
stuff.
that.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
Bar.
see such and such.
Yes.
Mary Thomas is watching. Hello, Mary.
Hey, that's my mother's friend from years ago.
And Siobhan, Jazzy Malcolm.
What's up, Siobhan?
Hey, Siobhan. Love the name. That's my daughter's middle name.
And Janine was.
Oh, Janine, you need to be here. So are there any other services?
It's a delivery guy.
Always.
Uber.
Always tip. I
And
always
Uber
tip.
Always.
Delivery.
First of all, I
people-
never do Uber Eats.
No, never.
I don't.
Why?
I'm gonna give you a story
Oh,
because I was
okay.
damn near disgusted by
Oh
it.
God.
So I was in my favorite Harold's on Howard Street,
Yes.
and
May it
I was
You have
standing in
stock.
line.
You have stock.
Yes,
They
they know me by name.
The
So I
favorite
was
Harold's on Howard Street.
in-
Okay.
so I was in Harold's, and two Uber Eats coming in,
There's a
right?
Harold's on Howard?
One on
Yeah.
Howard Street, yes. So
Yeah.
one was
They
young.
right before the viaduct on the
Yes.
left-hand
They closed?
side. On the
No, they're what?
She just said they closed.
No, they're not closed. I was just there the other day.
Oh, they reopened because the last time I tried to go there.
Oh, you know, they don't hesitate
they
to not
don't.
No,
shut.
like
Okay.
stuff on the window shut down.
What?
Oh, I don't know what the hell it
When
was.
was
I was
that?
just there the other day for yesterday.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Did you go to the right one?
No, there's only one.
I know what my stuff
right.
is. Come on.
Anyway,
man.
these two people came in that were Uber Eats.
Maybe they were paying.
One was young and one was older.
Yeah.
Okay. The one that was older had on dirty ass
Hey,
clothes
sissy.
and reeked of piss.
Oh.
Reeked
Hold on,
of
hold on.
piss.
Oh, Uber Eats. Okay.
Uber Eats,
Go ahead,
right?
Okay.
Musty and reeked of piss. So I'm like, oh. So I'm just sitting back waiting for my food. And he comes up there and he got his phone. Uber Eats. I was like, oh, hell no. So I
What'd he look like?
this whole time.
Barbara said,
He was-
call him out.
No, what do you look like? My brother went to Uber Eats. I want to know.
He didn't look like you brother.
Okay.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you, he was in an older Camry, so he's parked in front of me. So I just wanted to see what this man was gonna do. He's getting people's food. He stinks like shit. So he's coughing all in his hands. And shit. I was like, look at this shit. So I'm like, these people are too lazy. I've never called Uber Eats. So he grabs these people's food, mind you, with his hand he just coughed in, right? And I watched him get in his car. Was filthy. Looked like he was living in that shit. I was like, he's about to take this food to somebody's house. His car is nasty shit. They don't even know he stinks. His car is nasty. It looks like he's living in the car and he's nasty. Where's his little page? I was just like,
So I'm gonna go on.
so I told myself I don't trust Uber Eats enough to let anybody pick up no drinks, no food. We did that shit at my job for Panera. They hire a third party out, right? This motherfucker ate our shit. Some of our shit was there and some shit wasn't. And the manager told me, I personally made your stuff myself because I always do your orders. She said, I will be reporting him. We had 5 sandwiches missing.
You want to
And he threw somebody else's shit in the bag. Shit we didn't even order.
So I am disgusted,
Yeah.
but I'm still doing Uber Eats. I live in Lake Villa, and it ain't no.
I only use Uber Eats when I'm in the office at 491. Okay.
Right.
And because Cafe Zupa that has the chicken enchilada soup that I love will deliver there.
From Schaumburg?
No,
Oh.
from was it Lincolnshire?
Lincoln, I think it's Libertyville.
They will deliver. Girl, I can't tell you how many times I've got
Uber Eats will travel.
Yeah,
We will. Yes.
They will.
They will travel.
Schaumburg, Fogo de Chao.
Yes. Yeah.
When today?
$49 plus. They have a new menu, Puerto Rican and Brazilian.
Yeah.
Right
Come on.
When today? Sorry, y'all.
Otherwise,
All meat.
Listen. Yeah, they don't.
Popping that 7.
Well, I just know it's $49. All you can eat.
So yeah.
Oh, so do you tip them?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Because the guys are constantly
Delivery,
bringing your
yes,
food to
yes.
the table.
No, not delivery.
The guys at
Yeah.
Fogo de Chao.
Yes, constantly.
So
constantly.
okay, so if you're tipping them, how are you tipping them? Because it's different people.
But remember,
Coming in all the time.
We had
We
the same
one
3
guy.
guys.
One
We had the
guy.
same 3 guys our whole
Yeah,
dinner.
we had one with
So
the
they
same
kept them
guy.
that one guy had the well done, one had like medium well, and the other one would carry like to have the chicken and stuff. So as they came out, as we do our
you
last
did
time,
the grandma Hagel thing.
yeah,
You did the grandma. Okay. It's okay.
I could give them.
But that means you have to
I
have
know
cash.
If they are,
You do.
if they can take it or they can't take it, so you have to give it. I give it to them on the
Discreet
slide.
On the slide.
Because
I just take your hand, guys. Take your grandma Hagel.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you. Thank
Put it in
you.
their pocket.
Right. Yeah.
And they know from the
Absolutely.
especially
Because if you
the
put it in
black
the-
woman.
Yeah.
Right. If you put it in the tip,
They know.
what that manager is going to do is disperse it to the person.
Yes.
Who cleared the table,
Exactly.
all this
Yes.
stuff.
No.
So
And I don't like
Right.
that. And so
Right.
that's another piece to the mandatory tipping.
Now,
When you tip, so restaurants have changed. It doesn't just go to your person.
it goes to
It,
everybody.
it goes to everybody, and to me, I don't think that's fair because everybody didn't touch me.
right.
But they did
So-
touch your food.
Not everybody.
No, not everybody.
Not
but
everybody.
More than just the person who gave it to you.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is
And
true.
that's my pause on that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like
Okay.
if,
The cook.
yeah, like if I'm
Well, the cook
Okay.
if I'm tipping
Okay.
and I have cash on me, the server, if they earn
I'm
cash, they
gonna
give
you a
me
little.
cash.
Yeah.
But the one that's
Bus
on
boy comes to
the electronic, everybody's getting it.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm gonna still do
Yes.
my regular
Right.
tip.
But you're gonna do a
On
little
the
grandma,
electronic,
little
everybody
grandma,
does.
auntie.
Grandma slide.
Yes.
Right.
The grandma
Yes.
auntie slide.
Yes.
I've come into that now.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Oh.
And it's received so
Yeah.
nicely.
Yeah.
And
I just did that the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in that way,
Yeah.
I know everybody's taken care of.
Yeah.
Right.
I have been taken care of.
Yeah. Yeah.
And man, I'm full and happy.
Yeah. Right.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we're okay. Go ahead and say what you're gonna say, and I'm gonna go ahead.
So I have a question. How do you feel about, because we went to a restaurant last week?
Not a restaurant.
A restaurant?
Restaurant.
Right.
Last week,
Okay.
that when you went to the little bar area, added an 18% gratuity.
Absolutely not.
Wait.
No. Okay,
So
so
how do
let's
you, so
so y'all, we know we're a little bit at time, but I do want to address
Yes,
it because
please.
it's a couple of local places
yes,
that ad for rooftop, that
Yes.
ad for this, that
Yes,
ad for that.
yes.
Fuck that.
Yes.
If you are a restaurant, you have a rooftop, I don't need to pay
Yes.
for your
Extra for
rooftop.
your
And
Yes.
you should be able to say, hey, I don't want this on my business.
And you
That
can.
part.
You can.
Well, can you?
A lot of
Some
places.
restaurants you can. Some places.
I don't know
I-
if it's a law or something, but you should be able to ask it off.
Yeah.
You should be. I went to a restaurant, and I won't say their name, Crab Shack. No, it's some crab something.
Yeah,
But
Oh.
it wasn't Crab Shack. It wasn't Crab Shack, but it was Crab something. And they had nerve to charge on my bill a COVID fee. I lie to you not. I was like, wait, what is this? And then the waitress was like, you know, if you want it taken off, you can get it taken off. And I was like, you know what?
Just don't put it on.
Exactly. And I told her, I said, you know what?
Yeah.
Take it off.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's your tip. Take that money that they wanted,
Right.
and you take that as your tip plus this tip that I'm giving you, because that was crazy to me. How
Yeah.
dare you charge me a COVID fee and I'm in COVID with you?
Like, think about it. That's
People
it.
don't read the bill.
That's it.
They just
Now just think
And that's
about
what
it.
they're counting on.
Last week,
Yes.
I almost didn't read the bill.
yes. Just think about it. Last week we kicked the fucking ball. Okay. I take the thing because I'm like, you know,
She
business,
likes to look at.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, yeah,
and so I review it on Monday, and I'm like, not Tuesday, and I'm like, oh, entertainment fee. Oh, so because you hired a fucking DJ and because you hired a goddamn band, I gotta pay an entertainment fee?
So the only thing I'm gonna say about that is that it was front. It is on their menu. It is on everything that you will get charged 5%. Yes.
Okay,
On-
I'm good on that. I'm cool.
On nights that there are entertainment, so they don't have entertainment every
What
week.
if I do the entertainment? Can I get my
Shut up. Okay.
No way.
So okay, that's cool. But so to that same place,
But
At
the
the
bar,
bar.
yeah.
they charge you an extra fee
Yes, they do.
if you're at the bar
Yes. Or
ordering drinks.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, they
18%.
do. And I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to
but
put
no,
it out
that-
there.
Because we had a ball.
Either.
No,
They weren't. And so okay. So let me say this. Okay, I'm trying to choose my words. So, in studying mixology, studying bartending, which I have done, I have certificates. There is, and I have watched shows. Like I have immersed myself in this piece because I wanted to be a branch of my brand. In cocktail making, there are so many things you can do, chemistry-wise, that make drinks spectacular. Okay? You dropping a piece of motherfucking chemical dry ice in a drink is not chemistry. I could have done that. I can go to Homer's and say, I need a couple pieces of dry ice, and I could have brought them here and put them in our drinks. Made them smoke.
Peach ice cream.
Yes. And so that's not chemistry. Chemistry to me is the smoke and mirrors, but it's also cocktail mirrors. It's also bubbles over my drink. It's a lot of different things.
How about a good drink?
Flavors that go together.
Herbs and drinks, herbs and liquor. Okay, not fruity shit. Herbs and liquor. Okay,
Right, so fruity is gonna make it good.
All of it. Just make my drink taste good.
Shakers being shaken.
Yeah,
and making
so
martinis and stuff.
so you're charging me at the bar for this special shit when all you're doing is dropping a piece of chemical in my drink to make it smoke. Yes. So then, and so that's adding to the tip. What you gotta say? Because I see you.
Reginald, hey Reginald.
What's the last?
Jeter.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God. Hi, Reggie. I haven't talked to him in forever.
Sandra Shuttleworth.
Oh, that's Sandra. That's old school, high school.
Okay.
That's Sandra.
And Lori Sidney.
Oh, Lori. Hey. Great to see you in a minute, girl. Okay. Okay, so we are over, but I felt like it was something, one other thing that we wanted to address.
Are you asking that?
Yeah, because it was. I felt like it was something, so I stepped in about the whole. I gotta say the word.
Yeah.
The beverage thing.
Yes.
And
I don't know where we're talking about who is mandatory to.
Well, we've decided.
I think we
Venetia
concluded.
said hi. Venetia said I'm on because she didn't hear when you said hi to her sister.
Oh, I said
Yeah.
hi, B. Okay.
And nephew's watching.
Hey, nephew.
Yeah.
Hey, boo, hey. Look, I had to get my own ninja because I didn't.
I don't see. And where do you see nephew watching? I don't see. Oh, there it is. Nephew is watching.
So, I think.
What about your personal
collectively-
trainer?
You already paying him by the hour.
No. Oh my God. I didn't even think of that. No.
So to your point,
Yes
there's a
and
lot of-
no.
There's a lot of
No.
And where's the
questions
line
about-
drawn?
Your
yeah.
male.
Okay.
your
So.
male area?
So.
You don't have You already said a sword.
Hold on.
We were already
You're making me shake my ass.
So before Kelda gets started, thank you, Jenna, at that. But I would like to kind of go back on that because of what you said, what do you call it, personal trainer. And so to me, that kind of rounds it up to maybe the hairdresser and all of that. Because I'm not sure if I'm tipping. I know I'm not tipping my personal trainer. Not sure. My hairdresser, yes. Nail person, yes. But then sometimes I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a haircut, I'm not sure, especially if I'm going to the barber. I know if it's a man, you guys do it. And yes, I do tip, but I'm, still not sure. But what I'm saying is, like with the personal trainer, male person, garbage person, I don't see myself tipping them, but I do see myself giving them.
We're going to need both on August 23rd, mine and yours. Stay in tune. Okay.
I do see myself giving them a Christmas card.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Here. So this is your tip for the year, or all the services that you did for me. So not individual to each time, but maybe something for the year.
We had a mail carrier 20-something years ago. He was the best. And Orlando had a lot of magazine subscriptions. And I don't know why either he called us Shorty or we called him Shorty. I don't know how that shit started. But he was like, I'm going to need you to tell the man from New York to cancel some of these subscriptions. There's all these magazines. And so every year, Shorty, we hooked him up. The motherfucker that I have now, let me go on record. Mr. Allen is trash, and he would never get a goddamn dime from me. I don't even want him walking down the goddamn sidewalk. And I'm sorry. Look, sorry.
All names are undercover. That's not his real name.
This is not
Right. This is I know a couple other people. I won't say no names, but I know some that would chime in.
David's one. Very.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Dana.
Okay. Hey, Dana. So yeah, and so I think how we end this is, I think we all agree that it shouldn't be mandatory. However, in certain situations, you should tip.
Absolutely.
You should tip. And so I say certain situations, but I want to say most situations you should tip unless the service is bad, waited. But I mean, there's certain situations where there is a lot of variables where you alternate what you do. But for the most part, no, not mandatory, but you should tip. Because first of all, people appreciate it. Second of all, their salary, unfortunately, is based off the tip. So they have this salary, but then they say, "Oh, but you get tips."
Yes.
So,
Which is terrible.
It is. So just pay them, and then you don't have to base their shit off.
So then, just to bring a different point of view or something, my son, oh my goodness, but yes, my son, he he will tip, but he definitely disbelieves in tipping. So he's one that believes you should not tip. He does believe that the salary should be paid to that person. They should be making that, where I should not have to be taking extra out of my pocket to give you as a tip. So that is his argument on that.
Because just think, now you have this person who might have been wonderful, but like you said, my pockets right now don't deem me. I'm sorry, I can't give you the tip that you deserve. But your employer should be paying you what you deserve.
And in other
And it shouldn't
countries,
be
that's what they
based.
do.
Yeah. You're right.
It shouldn't be your salary, well-being, whatever shouldn't be based on how this person is feeling. Because guess what? There's some shitty people on the North Shore. No matter how good you are, that will not fucking tip you. So
agreed.
Pay these people.
Pay them.
Okay, pay these people, and let the tip be the cherry on the top. How about that?
Right.
How about we end like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
How about that?
I would say tip in cash so it doesn't go on the electronic, because they put it everywhere and that person still gets less.
Yeah.
That would require you to carry cash.
And I was carrying cash all the time.
I'm not a cash carrier.
And I'm about to
Neither. I have to start.
Yeah.
I mean, I have cash. I have cash in my purse now, but that's only, and I promise you, only because I was planning on paying cash at my dinner and ended up taking more than what I spent. That's the only reason, because I don't have cash normally. But that was not the sum up. How do we sum this up, Kelda?
Okay, so listen. This is again Q2 of the podcast of Adlek Sirrah Events LLC. That is an event planning business. And my focus has shifted to ladies empowerment brunches and this whole podcast thing, because I'm loving this. So yeah, if you have questions, need some services, let's talk. Find out what you need. I promise you, it will be beyond what you think it should be, because that's what I do. And our next podcast is going to be in September. We don't know the date. And I also want to say, because this has turned out to be big, I met a coworker yesterday. Her energy, love her energy. Just met her, and she's a part of some things. Okay, but I told her about the 8 minutes. That's our next topic. We're revisiting. So it'll be a year in September. We're revisiting the 8 minutes. So give people time that need it. When somebody comes to you and says something, let me start with this. Try to know your people, because if the people are like me, I might not tell you I need 8 minutes, but I might tell you something that tells you I need 8 minutes. So just know your people, pay attention to your people, because that whole 8 minutes and the rule, the idea is if somebody comes to you and say, I just need 8 minutes of your time, you can stop what you're doing and give them the 8 minutes. And if it's just listening, right. I'm about to ruin. And if it's just listening, just listen to them. And to tell you and to show you how important the 8 minutes is to us and me, I have an 8-minute tattoo now. And Janine has an 8-minute tattoo. And I'm hoping that we all will come together and get the 8-minute tattoo, because it's important. Mental health, y'all, is so important right now. It's important, period, but right now, it's really, really important.
Hi, Lee.
What else?
Lee Buick. Hello.
Oh, hey, Lee. So, okay, you got your prompts. What else? I know I might have missed something. Did I catch everything?
We got that.
Okay, I got everything. So we appreciate you all listening, tuning in. We went over a little bit, just a little bit. It's all right. It's all right.
Venetia, 8 minutes is all you need sometimes.
I promise you. And don't take it lightly. So let me tell you a quick story. One of our girls who are in this group, and she what she did was post a picture of the tattoo that she was going to get, and it was the 8-minute tattoo. Well, all of us was like, okay, she need 8 minutes.
Right.
What's going on? Like, we calling her, texting her, sending messages, and the motherfucker didn't respond. So we like, what's up? Do we need to go to Gurney? Like, what's going on? So it's very serious. You all, 8 minutes is sometimes all a person needs to stop them from some crazy, stupid stuff. So if you have a friend, you have friends, know your friends, know the cues, know the signs, because again, the Leo and me might not ask you, you know what I'm saying? But I will say certain things like, what you doing tonight?
Right.
Can you go get a drink? Like, all these little things are cues that I just need a little bit of time just to get my mind right. So pay attention to your people. If you notice that they asking for 8 minutes, but they're not asking, give it to them. But again, the next podcast so the podcast that we did for 8 minutes in September was short. This one, we got a lot of experience with it. It's going to be a little bit longer, a better, a deeper conversation. I can say, not better, but deeper. Okay. Last but not least, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. I'm trying to get my subscribers up, y'all.
Like the video.
Like the videos, all that stuff. And so since Facebook done changed where after 30 days or whatever they delete live videos, YouTube isn't. Go to YouTube, like and subscribe, and continue to be here with us because we appreciate everybody that's here with us.
All sponsors welcome.
Hey, we are trying to do, it was 3 years ago, we did our first ladies brunch, empowerment brunch. We are trying to do it again in November. Look, it's many of these in November. So please, if you would like to support financially, all finances are what if it's 50 cents to whatever dollar amount. Listen, it all adds up. Those events are $2,500 to $3,000. Whatever you want to support us with, we would appreciate. We really want to keep those brunches going because when I tell you the energy that comes from those brunches are wonderful, we need to keep it going. So support us. Sponsorships, all that stuff, and I will post it so you can reach out to me. All sponsorships are welcome, and we just appreciate the support. So thank you. Anybody else want to add anything before we sign off?
No.
My mother thanks you. My father thanks you. My sister thanks you.
Thank you and good night.
Right.
Only some people will know where that comes from. Okay.
Old school.